everyone, it's your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're going to get into the Ethereal Blooms palette from Artist Couture. So I was so excited to get my hands on this palette. Y'all know I love a pastel moment. So when I saw he was coming out with this palette and it had a whole pastel moment to it, I was like, yes. I love how he switched the ombre effect around, because if you all remember on Caliente, it was like from lighter to darker, and this time I feel like he went from darker to lighter based upon the color scheme of it. This is a gorgeous palette. I love this packaging above the packaging he first came out with. This is what it looks like on the inside. So I'm thinking I'm gonna give y'all 3 looks because I want to do a whole, y'all know I have to do this moment. I'll probably combine these two at the top together, and then I'll give y'all a cute little purple moment there. But yeah, so I'm gonna go off camera and figure out which one I'm gonna do first, which is why I didn't put lip gloss on, because I didn't know what I was gonna do first. So we'll do that, and then I'll come back with an eye look and let you know how this goes. If I remember correctly, this palette retails for $35. It hasn't dropped on Sephora yet as far as I know, and neither have his new lip glosses, and I'll be featuring those today as well. I have the color Thirst Trap and X-Rated. So I'm actually probably gonna go off camera and put on Thirst Trap first. That's the more pinky toned one, because I plan on doing this eye look first, and then I'll go into these two last, and then I'll put on the shade X-Rated, which is more nude shade that I feel like will go better with this. But anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so this is the first eye look. I meant to show you all the cute little packaging that came with it. So this is, of course, Mac Daddy, the owner, and then this is the information about the palette on the back. It says, flourish this season with Ethereal Bloom, the limited edition collection of dreamy pastels and glittery hues is sure to make your spring dreams come true. It's available on artistcouture.com. So I meant to read that and I forgot to, but this is the first eye look I came up with. I literally just used the top row and that was it. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright. So prime my eyes with Primer Potion from Urban Decay. I'm going to take the shade Goddess, the pink one. I'm going to start out of it with that. So as soon as I saw this palette, I knew I had to have it, honey. I was like, yes. Yes, please. Yes. Give it to me. Yes. And the reason I wanted it, of course, is I love pastels. I don't know what it is about me and pastels, because it's like I know they won't work for me, yet I still keep trying. I was like, I need to free myself, girl, and stop. I know pastels ain't working. Now I'm going to use a different base once it gets to like the pink and the, when it gets to the green and the purple. But for right now, I figured like the Eden Primer Potion was fine, because, you know, like pink is pretty bright, so it should show up on my skin tone just fine. That's why I chose it. Y'all, so I'm thinking about going to TJ Maxx and Marshalls today, in addition to go picking up my gas. Because normally I just go pick up gas, I'll pick up the free groceries, and that's it. But I picked up the groceries Friday. Since I had sales, there were sales of jewels. I need to get stuff for Adrian, because I'm still trying. I was like, starting this month, March, I'm going to start buying groceries for here. So when Adrian comes with me in May, I have a decent amount of food already here. So that way, just every week when I get paid, I can just buy certain few things that I know he likes, or like snacks and stuff like that. And I don't have to worry about like legit emergency food. I also got to start like pre-prepping food, because I want to have like pre-prepped food that I just have in the freezer. And then Adrian can, well, not in the freezer, but like those pre-made meals. Like I want to make the pre-made meals, and then he can just take it out of the freezer and put it in the microwave if he does want dinner or lunch. Because since I have to sleep in the daytime and he won't have school, I'll have like food already ready. And then when I have to go to work, he'll already eaten, and I can just drop him off with my mom and keep him moving. Because since he's not 12, he can't stay by himself. So I remember correctly, you have to legally be 12 to be able to stay by yourself. Because if he could, then I would let him. It would definitely make it easier on me, but you know, be that as it may, he cannot, so I will not. Okay, so we took the little peach shade called Flourish and just blending it out. Excuse this part of my eyelid, y'all. It's always so dry when like wintertime comes. I don't know why, but it's like always this eye and always in the same spot for the last like 2 winters. Whenever that's happened, I've had an issue. So I'm taking Eternity. I'm just going to dust it over this right here, just kind of airbrush that down before we cut the crease with glitter glue and put the shimmer on the lid. So it blends it out nicely and softens it up a bit, which is what I was going for. Now I'm going to take my NYX glitter glue And this BH Cosmetics Poolside Collection brush number 10. This is usually how I cut my crease lately with glitter glue. I got this from Beauty Bean. I believe that's how she cuts her crease. So I was like, it does make sense, so that way you don't have to waste eye base or concealer, whatever you use to cut your crease. You can just cut it with the glitter glue, and then it'll help the shadows stay on longer, and hopefully you won't have glittery shadows fall out on your face like I did with the Nord's palette because it was so damn glittery. So this is definitely a good idea, and I was like, I'll try it out and see how it goes for me. And it's been going pretty well so far, so I figured I'd do it on camera with you all today. I've done it in the past, but I feel like I haven't done it in a while. That's why I'm saying I'll do it on camera with you all today. So as you can see, this is like a soft type shimmery color. It's not that impactful bam pow glittery shimmer in your face. You put it on one swipe and you like wool glitter, like shimmer. Like this isn't that at all. To me, this is more like of a satin type situation. But it's like when you have mature eyelids, I can understand why a satin would be more appreciative to you. And since Angel's in his 30s, it's like I'm in my 30s. I believe he turned 30 already. So it's like, you know, it makes sense that he would put those type of shimmers in his palette as opposed to like those glittery impactful ones that just show every crease and wrinkle in your lid. However, I prefer the ones that show all the wrinkles and glitter. All the wrinkles and whatnot in your lid. Even though I do have, I guess would be considered mature lids. So I'm going to spray the brush and then put the shimmer on top of it in hopes that it gives me that more impactful shimmer that I like to see. It's giving me that wet foil look now that we added shimmer to it. We added spray to the brush. So I'm here for it. It's a vibe. This is the finished eye look for number 1. I have on the shade Thirst Trap from Artist Couture. So I will go off camera, take some look at me. I think I'm sexy Instagram photos, and then I'll be right back with eye look number 2, which is going to be like the little purple section. I'm thinking about putting the pink on the outer V and then putting the purples on, but we'll see where it takes me. So I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so this is eye look number 2. I got a little carried away in the bathroom and started doing more eye than I was supposed to. But what I did was I took a liquid eyeshadow, the ones you all see me use on my Instagram tutorials now, and did that. And then I just took this purple shade Petal and like dusted it over the top of that to have a nice little gradient going on, because I wanted to use the purples in here, but I didn't want to necessarily put this purple all over the lid. So as you can see, I kept on Thirst Trap for this eye look because I feel like it would look fine. But for the mint look, I am going to take it off and then I'll use X-rated so y'all can see what that one looks like as well. Anyway, so after doing that, I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Glorious. That's the one I have on the other lid, and just start. Wait, no, I have to cut the crease first and then we'll do that. So again, we're going to cut the crease with the glitter glue, and then we'll put this all over the lid, the shade Glorious. But yeah, y'all, got carried away. I was thinking about stuff in my mind, and I started doing the other eye, and I was like, crap, like, I'm so glad I didn't put the shimmer on the lid, because then I'd have been screwed, because I'm like, who's gonna go back and take it off to do all of it over again? So I'm glad I caught myself when I did. But yeah, so let's go ahead and pat this all over the lid. I think this is a gorgeous shimmery purple shade. It's giving gorgeous like lilac vibes. And if I had done a simple eye look, I'd have just simply patted the light purple matte shade all over the lid. And then I went ahead and went in with this shade just in the inner corner. And call it a day. But I'm going to take the pink shade that I used in the first look on the lid and just put that in the inner corner for this, so we can have like a cute pink purple vibe going on. I was going to put that pink on the outer V too, but I was like, I just did a look similar to that, so I didn't want to like rely on it too much. But I might do it, put it on Instagram like that. And I wet the brush for the other side, so that's why like it's looking more foiled than it was on this side originally, because I wet the brush. The only thing is it's making the skin look really textured on my eye because I have mature lids, if you will. But it's fine with me. I love a good shimmery moment. So I'll take the mature wrinkly eyelids any day. Thank you. Now I'm going to take the shade Eternal like I did the first time, and I'm going to do that with probably every look. Dust it over the top just to help smooth out the shadows that's already up there. I feel like this is a great color for that, so I'm glad he included it. The only thing that sucks is because he included that and then a corally matte in addition to the dark pink matte to put in here. You don't have a just shimmery shade that you can use in the inner corner for every look, but it's okay. I figure you can take your highlighter and, you know, do that or whatever. So now that we've done that, let's take the shade Poppy and put it in the inner corner on both sides, and then we'll be done with this eye look. So hopefully it sticks in the inner corner better this time than it did the last time, because the first time I did it, it was not sticking. I don't know what was going on with it, but luckily this time it's giving me what I want, which is just to stay in the inner corner, not moving around and giving me that weird patchiness it was given the first time. I don't know why I was doing that the first time, but you know, whatever. So this is the second finish eye look. Let me get this palette. Let me get this shimmer underneath my eye shot. Oh yeah, so this is the second eye look with the palette. I'm going to come back and do a third look with this little section right here. I kind of want to just rub this purple underneath the lower lash line for that second look, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that because I still got like this whole stack of Instagram videos to do today. So we'll see how it goes, but I'll be right back with the last look. Okay, y'all, it's the last look, so let's get into it. I'm going to start off with the mint shade called Angelic. And as you can see, I did the cream liner trick I told y'all I did the last time, and I'm just going to start putting Angelic in the crease again and kind of blending it out. And what I'm noticing about these shades is I feel like they get deeper or like oxidized or something when you put them on the lid, but when you start off with them, they don't do that. Like, see how it started off that light minty type shade, but as I'm blending it out on my eyeball, it's getting darker. So I am interested by that whole aspect of it. But I mean, that's working toward my favor because of my skin tone, so I'm not complaining. It's just something I noticed when I did the purple one, and now that I'm doing this one, I like truly really noticing it. But you know, just thought I'd mention it while I notice it while we're doing it. I'm trying to just, I don't know if I already said this, but I just got a text message from my mom and one of my family members like died. So anyway, I'm going to take the shade Eternity and start dusting that over the top of this to give it the nice like gradient. I do really like the shade Eternity in here because I feel like it's good for someone my skin tone, but it's still like good for a variety of skin tones. But I appreciate the fact he made one deep enough to where it's like I'm not complaining about it being bone white, me not being able to do anything with it. With this one I can work with it because I can dust it over shades like this, and I might actually be able to like use it on the lid because of its undertones. So I really like that. Okay, y'all, it's time to cut the crease with the glitter glue once more, and then we will talk about my thoughts on this palette once we get done putting the shimmer on. The shimmer we're using is Divinity. We use the Angelic in the crease. I'm really loving the fact that I'm doing these, like, then turning around and just using the matte to complete the look, because when you put the shimmer on the rest of the eye and the outer V, like, nobody knows about, well, I mean, you can tell that it's like, I guess, a graphic line situation, but I'm liking the fact that that's helping me get the depth that I want with this palette since it's not actually in the palette. So this was a great pickup. Shout out to Colorful Camille, because she shared that she found these on Amazon. And I don't, if you all don't know this about me, I'm not a person who shops on Amazon, so like I don't know a lot of what goes on Amazon, what you can buy on Amazon, because I don't shop on Amazon. I know, right? I have to be the weirdo that doesn't shop on Amazon, but like really, I just don't. Like, it's like I can go to the store and buy stuff that I need, and then like I usually only order makeup or clothes online, and it's like I don't want to buy either of those things from Amazon. So it's like Amazon doesn't really serve a purpose of me because I don't buy a lot of the stuff that other people buy, I'm assuming. I don't know, but I just don't shop on Amazon. Anyway, let's wet this brush because I want more of a foiled, shimmery effect. So take my brush and wet it. But yeah, so I just happened to watch her haul video because I love when Colorful Camille does a haul. Child, I'm here for it. It's a vibe. She has my undivided attention when she starts a haul video. Period. So she did one, and she shouted out these cream shadows I've been using on IGTV and well, here on YouTube. And so I instantly went to go check them out, and they had already sold out. So it's like I happened to click on the link again and saw they were back in stock. So I added them to my cart, and I was like, I'll try them out and see, you know, how they work out. And I actually think they're quite impressive, and they definitely helped me in this situation. So go ahead and take the mint shadow and dust it back over to get more of the effect. Plus we need to cover up the fact that, you know, we got the glitter glue and the shimmery line. So I just like to go back over it with the same shade I used before and kind of just dust over it lightly. And I'm trying to connect that outer part right here, so that way you don't have that harsh line over like where I did the glitter liner. I mean the liquid eyeshadow liner and the matte shade. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let me go ahead and go back over with this Ethereal. Sorry, Eternal shade. I'm just dust it back over there again real good. Now we're going to take the shade Glorious. That's the purple that we used in the last look. Put it in the corner, and then we'll give my thoughts on this lovely little palette here. Just let me get Glorious in the inner corner here, honey. Okay, so now that I'm done, here are my thoughts on this palette. I like the palette overall, but there are some things I don't like about the palette. So starting off, like, I guess I don't like the fact that there's two pinkyish type shades. Like, I know this one probably helps for outer V work, and then you can use this matte, but it's like I guess I don't like the fact that there's this one and this one and this one, because I feel like they could put another shimmer in that you could use for the inner corner of all the eye looks. Like, clearly I made the eye look work for the inner corner, but I just feel like they could have did a more even balanced amount, or just gave like a brow bone highlight for two different skin tones. Like, I could use this one in people with medium tan, and they could have put a lighter one here for people who use lighter shades, since people like to have brow bone highlights in their palettes. I personally don't care about that. If y'all haven't noticed, I don't highlight my brow bone, so it's not like it makes a difference to me, but I know it matters to other people, so I figured I would talk about it. The other thing I don't like is there aren't any darker shades put on the outer V, and y'all know that's the thing I really like. I understand why there aren't, though, because it's a pastel palette, and it's not that big a deal to me, because as y'all saw, I just went and put a liquid eyeshadow and made a outer V that worked for me. So it's not an issue to me, but if you like that, you might want to think about that. To me, this is just a good palette to you to put like these type of pastel-y matte shades all over the lid, and then you can just go in the inner corner with these shades. I feel like that's more of what this palette will be for me, most likely, unless I feel like doing the work that I normally did today, which wasn't that big a deal. It didn't take that much longer to do. I like the palette overall. I would recommend it overall, but since I'm a person who really likes dark outer V shades, of course, you know I was going to mention that. And I figured for people who like brow bone things in their palettes, I figured I would mention that part as well. But overall, I like the palette. I recommend you try it out. I like it better than like this one. Oh, there's one more thing. So I don't like the satins. I don't like the shimmers on this palette because they're like that satin formula. And y'all know I'm not a satin type of girl. So that was a letdown for me as well. But it's not like I didn't know, because I have the Caliente palette here too. And remember I told you all in that palette that it had the same issue. Like the shade, what was it? Brillo was so disappointing because it's more like a topperish type shade. And the rest of his shimmers tend to be satin. So it's not like I didn't know, which is why I was prepared to just spray the brush and keep it moving. But those are my things, my goods and bads of the palette. Overall, I still like the palette. Overall, I'm still going to use the palette. I think it's cute. I think it worked well, and for its price point, I don't have a problem with it, especially when it comes to Sephora, and you'll be able to get the 10, 15, or 20% off that you get during the sale. That's when I would personally pick it up. But you can get 10% off on his website right now when you buy this palette. You use the code ACBABE, and that's how you get 10% off on the palette. But anyway, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope you like seeing the new lip glosses I have on X-rated right now, like I told you I would put on. And the two other looks I did with pink was Thirst Trap. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one.